Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 5-8. 54 miles. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Quick. 54 miles. Check. Watch 54.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
You're good. Ready.
Second down and goal. Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Pierre Garçon. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
A handoff. It's Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this 1st quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tighten up, tighten up. Hook. 14. Short.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson and the tight end Dixon left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He's got the lane, and there this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs where the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 44, Mike.
Now Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 22. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, first and goal at the 4-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They run it with Carson, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? You ready? Mike 54. Watch the run. They're running it. Whoa, whoa. Watch out. Jay. Mike 7.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Kendricks picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, it's Breeze. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
He's checking. Crash. 14.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Brees to throw. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Brees. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Mike Popo. Look for things. You on deck. On deck. I'm coming after you.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught right side. Dixon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Brees going to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check. Mike 5-4. Smooth. Mike 5-4. Yeah, let's get set lunch. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Brees now to throw. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Murray. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. To throw is Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
5-8. Let's go. Jump. 5-9. 13. Hey, Steve 6. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm going to run you over. Yes, tonight.
Here's Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for first and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Seahawks 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On second down, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 21. Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Mike Popo, you gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
On first down, Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
get in the weight room? Get in the weight room.
Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Completes it to Dixon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Dash, got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, honey. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the